Well, what's my story? I grew up in Shropshire. I was adopted as a child, struggled at school, felt quite isolated. Loved Labradors, grew up with 17 Labradors, and actually in later life I changed my name to be one of my Labradors that I grew up with. My name became Debra Charles when I was adopted. I got married and then I got divorced. I kind of thought, well, what should my name be? It's been so many things. And I just thought, well, he was such a great dog, I'm going to change my name to Charles. My dad was kind of a happy-go-lucky kind of chap, and my mum wanted me to achieve. And so I just wanted her to say, you did good. I remember mainly at school sort of lots of homework and really struggling, and all sorts of things attached to my head, which sounds really macabre now, but it was trying to assess, was it my eyesight, what was it? And it was a long time, it was probably in my teens before I was diagnosed with dyslexia. It was scary actually, because it felt like a label. I wasn't doing well at school, so I became very insular. And then sometime later my mum introduced me to a quite famous actress, and she had dyslexia. So I thought, well, if she's got dyslexia, it must be okay. When a career advisor says to you, you'll never be a leader, I suppose it ignited in me that you can't say that to me. And it probably is something that I would go back and thank that careers advisor for. I think initially that kind of like, I'm not having that, I'm going to do something about it, went from what am I going to do about it to thinking I would be a dancer in a group, to a choreographer, to all sorts of different things. And then the catalyst was when I lost my parents. When they went, it was interesting to kind of go, well, okay, I don't need to prove it to anybody, I just need to do something. I got a job with Westinghouse, and it was technology, it was robotics. And robotics was absolutely fascinating to me, and it just made me realise that you can change the world. The idea for Novacroft came, it was with the sort of millennium was here and the internet was starting to be used, and I could see people were vitally important. My brother and I had an inheritance, and it was not a big inheritance. I used my part of the inheritance to fund the business. How did I celebrate my first million? That was really about my team, because it's about a journey in life, and while we're together is having the best time you can and being challenged. We had a party, it was great to celebrate in that way. I did buy myself an incredibly good bottle of champagne, and yeah, it was nice. I think the thing is, with being an entrepreneur, is about remaining fresh and alive to opportunity. To me, it's about having a helicopter view on now, headlights on the future, and supporting from behind as well. I think it's a lot about being kind to yourself. Because you're not kind to yourself, you don't care about yourself enough, which often is a problem for entrepreneurs and leaders, because if you're so driven and so passionate, which I am, you often put yourself last. So I've really learned kindness is important. If you're kind to yourself and kind to others, then great things will happen. Sometimes I do say to myself, who would be a leader? Who would run a business? Often entrepreneurs never talk about the difficulties. They always say, well, we started it from this and it grew, and isn't it amazing? In the 20 years now with Novacroft, we've had some really big challenges, and I think it is about what you learn and also really being authentic and sharing with your team in order to grow and collaborating together, because the sum is greater than the individual parts. I set up the Entrepreneurs Allotment Programme because I want to leave a legacy, and that is really about encouraging children at an early age that actually they can do anything they want to do and don't let anything stop them. And particularly now with artificial intelligence and robotics, the jobs and careers are going to change so significantly over the next 2 decades. It's a massive opportunity for children that might have felt marginalised in the past. So when I think of the future, what else would I like to achieve? I want to see my son become a man and be happy. I want to see Novacroft and the team members going from strength to strength. I want to drive around Lake Como, and I just want to be happy, really. Just do stuff where you're smelling the air, seeing the sun, and just having a nice time.